Greetings, everyone. Creed here. Back for the third installment of my uninformed reviews on Phantom Forces rifles. Well, I'm going to extend this into a wider series on covering essentially every gun I have. There will be some exceptions if I just find the gun particularly unusable, Zip 22. But as of now, we're back here with the assault rifle. So we're picking up where we left off with the Tavor. The only attachment I'll be running on it for this review is the duplex ammo, simply because that is essentially the core reason why I use this thing. So what duplex ammo does is it shoots every time I pull the trigger. Every time I pull the trigger, it shoots 2 rounds. You know, it shoots two individual projectiles. Dang, that was like a really good life. So anyways, it shoots 2 individual projectiles. As you can see here on the damage, it is ×2, representing the 2 bullets. Because say if we were to go to the shotgun, it's ×8 for the amount of pellets. So, where were we? Tavor. And so the Tavor, I mean, as you can see right now, its damage is with duplex rounds, it is fairly mediocre damage, but at least that's what it appears. But then you have to factor in things like this thing's fire rate and the fact that, once again, it's 2 bullets. So if you hit both of them, you're actually doing like 36 damage close range, which actually does beat out a lot of the other assault rifles in terms of their maximum damage. That is really loud. I don't know if it's coming through on your end, but it's really loud coming through on mine. So, the Tavor. Amazing gun. It's one of the few bullpups I actually like. Alrighty, so next time I die, we will be moving on to the M231. Which I already know essentially everything I have to say about the M231. Not much positive stuff. But I will say it anyways for the sake of completeness. When we get to it. Also, best melee weapon in the game, Bridal Brandisher. Just fight me in the comments. I don't know. Give me that ammo. Alright, let's leave the spawn for a bit. Thank you, teammate. Actually, no, thank you. I kind of wanted to go out right there so I can move on with the video. Is it time? No, it is not my time. Well, actually, I should probably not call this video Creed's rifle reviews. Sorry, Creed's uninformed rifle reviews, because these are all the guns, the ARs I use a lot. We're getting to that point where I use them pretty regularly. So it should be Creed's semi-informed rifle reviews? No, I think this will sit. Nah, for the sake of the assault rifle segment, we'll stick with uninformed. Alrighty, Type 88. Oh, it's North Korean, not Chinese. Whoops. My bad. I thought this was Chinese this whole time. Alright, well, regardless. Type 88. It is a North Korean AK-74 variant with a 75 or 75-76 helical, I believe, is the word. Drum mag, maybe? And so, I mean, when you, this is literally just an AK-74, but with more ammunition, but it also feels worse to use somehow. And this is coming from a guy who really likes the AK-74. To be fair, I have not used this enough to get any really good attachments for it, so... Yeah, AK-74, I mean, it's not the worst gun I've ever used. lemon. Ooh, I've already spent far more time on this recording than I'd like. Alright, regardless. Continue on. Now we're on to the M231. I don't like this gun. I don't. Here's why. That is why. Look at that recoil. And also, as you can see when I was aiming down the sights, there was no posts on these irons. It's literally just a hallway of aiming. So I don't like this thing because of its absurd recoil pattern. Other than that, like, and its lack of a iron sight, quite frankly. Yeah, like, if this was like the M4A3, that man would have been dead. Dead to rights. Because, you know, the recoil wouldn't have flung it. Now, this is definitely a gun that you pretty much have to run with attachments for it to be at all viable. And I don't like it, so we'll be moving on now. C7A2. The syrup, for those of us from the land of syrup and apologies, in other words, Canadians, they've essentially just made an AR-15-esque gun. I mean, well, it's just a Canadian AR-15, essentially. And I like it. Low damage, yes, but it feels like recoil is manageable. And so, here we have this piece of fine Canadian engineering. Its low damage is its biggest downside. Other than that, though, this is an amazing firearm. And so, we will be moving on, theoretically momentarily. Alright, so moving on now to our last gun of the video. I'm going to spend a bit more time on this one, because it's a gun I do like. Sturmgewehr 44. I need to take the attachments off, but I'll just run with it with the attachments on for this life. So, Sturmgewehr 44. This is, well, as even the game's description says, the father of what we consider to be an assault rifle. Though assault rifle itself is actually just a propaganda term made specifically for the STG by the Nazis. But regardless, the name has become widely used today, and so that's why we go. So, this thing is low fire rate. Without a hollow point, it is okay damage, if I remember correctly. This doesn't shoot the largest or particularly fastest moving bullet in the world. But it feels good to use, and it looks nice as well. Don't get me wrong, it's simplistic. One thing I always found weird about its visual design is, coming out of the gas tube here, what's this little, like, this thing for? Is it, like, I don't know what purpose that serves. Also, this is another weapon I use for the ammunition, as you can tell by the hollow point. Oh, wait, no, never mind, the thing does 46 damage normally. Jeez, why do I run a hollow point on it? Whatever, I do it out of habit at this point. But yes, Sturmgewehr, I believe Wir und Wirsig would be if I were to say the full thing in German. But as you see there, yeah, like at that range, that was a 2-tap. The fair one of those was a headshot. And that was also a headshot. But to my cranium, not my opponent's. I'll go ahead and quickly rack up the last 2 kills I need with this, and then I will end the video. I don't want to actually end up pushing this video for all that long. Seeing as how this is now like the 3rd time I've tried re-recording this, just for a variety of reasons. I tried recording it earlier this morning, but yeah, no. Before school, and no, I was too tired. Please, only one more. Alright, this is actually a great ending to this. I got 36 kills, 9 deaths. That's okay for someone who wasn't playing his best due to recording, but thank you everyone who, supports the channel and all who's, recently, I know, like, well, specifically, I'm gonna just stay positive about the fact that it wasn't just, hopefully, the algorithm and, hopefully some, longer-term viewers have been gained from these videos, and I hope everyone's enjoyed this, more importantly. Let's see here, I'm just looking to sell it. Where's that skin I just got? It was this, wasn't it? Alright, Creed out. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.